because Mary is not here. Okay? That's just fine though. Don't worry. Mary's fine. So, Merry Christmas to you. She's not here, but though, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. All right. See, we have a lot to talk about this morning. January is approaching, and some of you would want to begin something different, something new. I know. But in the next couple of days, I will be helping you start up something. I'll help you think about what to go into. Don't worry. But aside that, some persons have been, involved in one wahala with their businesses or the other. Some as regards energy, how to power your business or how to make sure there is light around your business area. And sometimes some people will tell you, oh, I have been spending too much. I have done this. I have done that. The money I spend on fuel, the money I spend on diesel, the money I spend on this, that is too much. And I feel I should just cut cost. Maybe you should be looking at, it's a new year. And, like I said, the new year is coming, is approaching, or is already here. So you should be thinking of how to actually cut cost to make things a little bit easier for you. All right. So this morning I will be having this conversation with a doctor. He's going to be joining us from Port Harcourt. Yeah, he is Dr. Andrew Tongbe. Yes, he is an entrepreneur, and of course he is also a business coach. All right, so he will be talking to us this morning as regards renewable energy. Yeah, when it comes to your business, you should be thinking of renewable energy. We're talking about power revolution. So join me and let's go on this trip. All right, but before that, I will go on a very, very short break, and when I come back, we'll get talking. Stay there. This is VOP 90.3 FM.
Understand that having no financial stability can be very frustrating as it limits your possibilities in life. So it's important that you take hold of your finances today. There are 1,001 ways you can get started. All you need is a guide. VOP has acknowledged this need and has provided a solution. Mary Onaife Debbie invites experts across various fields, and they are dedicated to helping you create lasting revenue. Join Business Around Town every week, Mondays to Fridays at 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Voice of the People, now you have a voice.
Business Around Town.
As a business person, it's important for you to always have a plan 5 years ahead.
Nigerian economy is in a state of emergency, and everyone is screaming.
The internet does not know whether you're a business or...
Tune in every weekday, Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. to learn the latest strategies for building wealth and securing your financial future.
Yesterday's business cannot be today's business, unfortunately, so you have to definitely be ahead of the game.
Join Mary Onaife Debbie as she takes you through in-depth interviews with successful entrepreneurs, financial advisors, and industry leaders.
This is the first time where the oil prices have gone high, but our revenues have nosedived. And the government is saying we don't know.
The internet is the biggest leveler out there for business.
A lot of them are scared that this technology is secure.
Gain valuable insights into the world of investing, as well as practical advice for managing your finances, growing your business, and achieving financial freedom.
There's been a lot of trending issues that has to do with businesses.
Whether you're an experienced investor or just starting out, Business Around Town has something for everyone.
Small, medium businesses are the weight of most of these economies.
So tune in and take your first step towards financial success.
All right, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Welcome back to Business Around Town. Like I told you, I've got here an entrepreneur and a business coach. He is Dr. Andrew Tongbe. Okay, and like I said, we'll be talking about renewable energy. All right, how it can help you or how it can be of help to your business. My name is Jude. Welcome on board. A very beautiful morning to you, Dr. Andrew.
Good morning, Jude. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Lagos.
Beautiful morning to you. How is the city of Port Harcourt?
They're doing great. Fine weather. The coast is clear. And we are enjoying our day.
Okay. I almost wanted to go political this morning by asking of wanted to talk about Fubara, but let's leave that one, okay? Sorry. Okay, now let's talk about
those people, leave them alone. They know what they are doing.
They know what they're doing. Okay.
They know what they're doing, yes.
All right, it's okay.
All politicians are friends. They know what they are doing.
Okay. All right. Now, let's talk about renewable energy. I started by saying that some persons have been, going through these wahala of getting to power their business or getting to, light up their business environment, and then it's been this problem of power every time. So, and then they wonder how can I cut costs? What do I do to make sure I get power around my house or around my business area? And that's why we want to talk about renewable energy. So help us break it down, how important this is to every business.
All right. What if you can power your place at next to nothing, and you are sure that you are not paying, you are not buying fuel, you are not servicing generator, you're not buying any input, and you have enough power for your household or for your business or for both of them at no extra cost after the initial cost, and you are just using what nature has given. Convert it into usage, sunlight. And in Nigeria, we have at least 13 hours sunlight every day. So this is just raw resource that we are not being resourceful about. Now, the cost of buying fuel now. Diesel is even out of reach, price-wise. People cannot travel, and the cost of doing business is on the increase. And the highest cost of input in every business today in Nigeria is power. Power takes nothing less than 40% of the cost of input in most businesses.
Of course.
Now, so you walk into a fast food. The meat pie is 800 naira, 1,000. Not because it should be, but because of power. Because of power. Even workers don't earn as much as what power consumes from the company.
Okay.
So when you look at our major problem is power. Because if you have power, you can produce, you can preserve. You see, with power, you can produce, you can preserve. And because you can produce and preserve, you can reduce the cost of production. But most people produce, they can't preserve. Others can't even produce because of power. So now, with renewable energy, means that this energy is safe, it's not dangerous, no fumes. If you run a gen now, the noise is there, the fume is there, pollution is there. But this one now, we are using nature, sunlight. And sunlight is in abundance, free of charge. So we are saying that way forward in 2024, or if you are planning to do any business now, like I always tell people, if power is your major item to make your business succeed, if you don't use renewable.
Hello? You say if you don't use what? Hello, doctor, are you there? Oh, so sorry about that. I think we're having some network issues right now. But then we'll see if we can reconnect almost immediately, and so we can hear what he's saying. This is Business Around Town on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. And in case you're just tuning in or you're just joining us, I'm having this beautiful conversation with a doctor who is a business coach. And he is currently, like right now, in the city of Port Harcourt. His name is Dr. Andrew Tongbe. Okay? Let's just see if we can put up this conversation as quickly as possible. But then, don't worry, very soon I'll get to open up the studio lines until you join the
2017.
Yeah, I'll get to open up. Okay, I think he's calling back. Let's see if we can join the conversation. Doctor, are you there?
Hello?
All right, we can hear you now. We can hear you.
Okay. So I said, assume must be frozen.
Okay.
And you need like 6 hours to get it frozen, and you don't have power. You don't have to buy fuel to run your generator, and you finish production around 11 p.m. So your target was that you freeze it overnight and sell in the morning. So first you need to power your generator with all the noise, and you also have to keep awake. I'm sure that things are working fine. In the morning, you are already stressed out, and the cost of production will have wiped off your profit margin.
Okay.
So you need, once you can take care of power, you have renewable power, then you have power to do your business. Most people are doing business, but they don't have the power to power the business. They are at the mercy of other powers. But renewable energy is power within your control. Not renewable energy is power outside your control that controls you. So, what do you need to do? We have different sizes of renewable energy. Let's take that you run a barbering salon.
All right.
They just come and check what is the capacity of what you are using in your barbering shop. Thank God now we have rechargeable clippers now that you can charge and reuse. So they've just check your power consumption, change some things, and they'll tell you, okay, if your total power consumption is about 400 watts, you can buy equipment of you can buy the one of 600 or 700 watts, so that in case you have other inputs, and you are good to go. So the issue of light goes off, you run generator will not be there. You can acquire it and pay once, or you can acquire and pay gradually. They work out a plan for you. They are all over the place. They have they all come with a SIM card, so they will remind you when the next payment is due.
Dr. Andrew, are you talking about are you talking about using solar basically, or you're talking about conversion, like converting your generator to start using what's it called now? Gas. Is that what you're saying?
Okay. I'm talking about solar. In this edition, I'm talking only about solar.
Okay.
We have solar installations of different sizes. They have inverter and power saver attached to the solar. So once the solar panels are hung on your roof, connected to the inverter will store the energy as reserve, and the one you are using at that time, if it's daytime, is running. So when night comes or when there is no sunlight, you can now move back to the one already stored in the inverter. We have different sizes. And if you go now and pay for it, in 3 hours it will be installed. And you are good to go. They will just first check what is the capacity of what you have. So I'm talking about solar.
Okay.
Using just solar and the solar system, there's already a turnkey in the market that you can buy and use. But you see, people are still skeptical, just like when this prepaid meter came, where you buy card and load. People are saying that it's too expensive, but let me shock you. It is cheaper to use prepaid meter than to use the analog meter. Because in the prepaid meter, it is what you use that you pay for. When it finishes, it will go off. So nobody will come and cut off your light or even embarrass you. So, and with solar, as time goes on, you can increase the number of panels, because the number of panels will tell you how much power can be generated. So you can begin to add panels little by little as you increase your load. You can move it and reinstall anywhere else. Any solar panel that you buy can last you for 15 years. 15 years. So what are we saying? But most people yes, the cost of initial acquisition is high, agreed. But you have pay small of 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, and so on and so forth, that you can work out. And if you check the amount you spend on fueling and power, it's more than what you are going to pay monthly for to rent to own. You rent it and own it at the end of paying their full money, which is fantastic. And you can always upgrade. You can always upgrade and rework it out. Even right now, we have some guys who in Lagos now work on this keke naped, and they do not have the same power system that people can just come, removable, rechargeable, power that powers the keke, that will be charged and taken to just slot in and run their keke.
Okay.
We have people.
So no need buying fuel, right?
They don't buy fuel. There's a particular guy in the north now. One small boy. He converts all the buses in his local government area using solar. And the state government is now trying to partner with him to convert all their buses to solar. So that will make the cost of moving around much more cheaper, because they're not buying any fuel. But one thing I know is that solar in Nigeria is being frustrated deliberately.
Really?
Deliberately. Solar in Nigeria is being frustrated deliberately. And the reason why I say that is this. Now, look at that young boy now who is converting buses to solar, where they won't have to buy fuel. Why has the other state governments not adopted the same thing? Why is solar not being used in our schools to power our schools? They will always have lights, because there are people who have entrenched interests in supplying generator and fuel. So because of that corruption, system, solar is not being, encouraged in the public sector. But you see, with time, either like it or not, solar has come to stay. So you as an individual, you can take solar as your business. Acquire it, you have the money, acquire it, go to organized areas, install for them, work out a payment plan, and they pay small. Why solar is good is this. You, the company, you the owner of the solar company, you can lock the person because the inverter has a programming. You can knock them off and connect them back. So you won't lose money. But today, our banks will not fund you to set up a solar to use in your house. But they will give you loan to buy a car. Because in the car, the insurance you are paying is to them. The fuel that you are buying, they have shares in it. So if they fund your solar, they don't see it as a good business, but they will fund car because they are the one that gave the car importer loan to buy the car. So, but this is an open area for you as an individual to do solar business. And in solar, you have so many other things you can do in solar. You can sell batteries, you can sell their accessories, you can do maintenance, because once somebody installs solar, the ability for upgrade, ability for maintenance, battery, we have to be, service and all that. So you have a lot of things in the solar business that you can do. Tomorrow, I'm going to go into solar. Imagine a company producing bottled water that uses solar. They can sell the water that we are buying now for 100 naira at 40 naira. They can. But the is power. It's power.
Okay.
So the power. So begin to think, what can I do? And let me shock you. Most of our importers are still not awake. Begin to import electronics that have solar power already embedded in it. So that anywhere it is installed, it is self-powered. So imagine now, if I buy a TV that is self-powered, because when we say solar, even if there's no direct sunlight, once there's a ray of light, it will pick it up and charge itself. So imagine I buy a TV set that does not need power.
Okay.
Fridge that doesn't need power. So we should begin to and boys now can begin to think, how can they convert these things to have solar power working for them independently? Just small things, and they will make much more money. A guy is doing it in Africa now that is supplying a whole state power, renewable energy. So it is doable. Let our people wake up and begin to see it as opportunity. Imagine if we have our boys who know these things, just converting electronics we use at home in using solar, small things by itself. So this is the largest market is the power market, because people use power 24/7. Power is needed for everything you do. Everything you do, you need power. So begin to think. So let me think. How can we use solar embedded in most of our? Imagine if my laptop does not need to be powered again, and it is self-powered. Once you just charge it the first time, because once there's a ray of light, the thing will pick it up and charge it, because even the heat that is generated also is power. So that at the end of the day, I know of a former senator who has bikes in his village. They're all solar powered bikes. So they can move people around easily. So imagine if all these our public buses are solar powered, It will become cheaper to move around, and we have the natural resource. Let me shock you. China has turned their desert into power grid. Desert. They've also turned under the sea into power grid. That they want to use renewable energy, because under the sea there is current always.
Yeah.
Now we have a lot of forest and bush in Nigeria. Imagine, do you know that Sokoto alone, the Sokoto the desert can give us power to use in Nigeria and beyond Nigeria. We have vast, but why is it that all our universities are not on power on a solar power? Why? Because people are making money from. How come we don't have street lights everywhere that are solar powered? These are projects that students ought to do as their project that to just power up certain areas. Because we have free sunlight. You see, God, who is our source, has resourced us with sunlight, but we are not resourceful with the sunlight. So this is big market. So take advantage of it. Either do your business or go into it as a business. You can never lose money in solar business. You can't lose money. You can't lose money, because even if the person doesn't have to use again, collect, you clean and install somebody else. The minimum lifespan of a solar panel is 15 years. So my brother,
but now you're talking about small businesses, and someone might be asking, what about if I want to own something, maybe something bigger, maybe a factory, or maybe a hotel. All right, how do you power with solar?
Beautiful. I said from the beginning. Do you know that there are some ACs right now that are solar powered?
Air conditioning, you mean?
Are solar powered. Yes, that are solar powered. Just let the manufacturer know what you want. Let me shock you, Judy. Every building has a roof, right?
Sure.
That is your solar panel platform by default. Every roof ought to be a solar platform. Every roof. Now, if I operate hotel now, for instance, tell the manufacturer that this is what you want. You want your fridges to be solar power compatible. They will just regrade for you, and you still have the same value. You will use, because solar has grade. The grade depends on the number of panels and the capacity of the panels. So we have solar that can carry ACs and do all that. You just install more and upgrade them to give you value.
Okay.
So solar can be made available for no matter your scale of business. There is solar for it. If you talk to the people that make that come, see my energy source. They will configure for you to still achieve the same results. And in 2024, some Nigerians will begin to bring in TVs and other things that will not even require you using regular power other than solar inbuilt. That's where we are moving, into now. Renewable energy, free using solar, the sunlight. So this is a big market. Come into it. If you don't know how to go about it, talk to Judith. We can guide you on how to go about it. We can guide you, but it's a big market. Companies are all over the place. Just Google, solar companies that you can work with. They are all over in every state. They are there. Imagine like the area I stayed. We have solar on almost all the streets. So at night, we just enjoy walking around. It's so beautiful. So imagine if on all our roads, our street lights, they have street lights and they're all powered by solar.
Solar power.
You have created jobs for young men to do. They will maintain, they will service, and they just keep it going and glowing. So solar, the whole world now is going back to renewable energy because it is free energy. It's free energy. China is going into 100% renewable energy. That they don't want to buy good oil to power anything again. Do you know what that means? Most of these our petrol stations that are springing up here and there, I have great news for them. They should begin to diversify into solar power business. So either as charging point or selling and installing their points, because many will be shocked very, very soon.
All right. Now, since I've listened to you and you said so much about solar, and now you said houses, businesses need to start using solar, to cut costs and all of that. And now, don't you think the Nigerian government should come into this if, solar is going to be a big deal? I mean, if you are advising everyone or Nigerians to start using solar, don't you think, it's for government to come into these and help families, help businesses get into this instead of just leaving it to, private people, private businesses and, that might actually struggle? Because you also said that, owning a solar panel or buying a solar panel is quite expensive. So that's why I think that, the federal government should come into this. Don't you think so too?
I always tell people that if you are waiting for the federal government, you go wait tire.
Really?
All of us have the generators at home because federal government refineries are not working. If we had waited, you will go and buy a generator. So just see your solar as your own generator that you are buying, for which you will not buy fuel from government again. Let me tell you, every development in every nation is done by entrepreneurs, not government. Government regulates and taxes, finish. Government will regulate and tax, you finish. Government don't spearhead anything than to regulate and tax. Now, take for instance now, when government was running a Nitel, I couldn't own a phone. But when private individuals came into it, they saw a problem and solved it. But if it's government that takes over, government will see a problem and create more problem in that problem. And it becomes compounded. Today now, we can acquire phone lines and make calls. But when it was Nitel, it was a taboo. So it is not government's place to run any business. It's to regulate and tax.
Okay.
If you see any developed economy in the world, government regulate and tax. People will set the pace of how to develop. So entrepreneurs, if you want development in any place, bring in entrepreneurs because they see problems, they prefer solution, and they make profit. So you see problem, products, profit. Government is just to regulate and tax you. So if you're waiting for government to come and do, look at it now. Go and look at the budget of all state governments and government parastatals. Look at the cost of power in it. We have a cartel that supplies all the generators and supply all the fuel that is not even used but still paid for. So you can't. But when individuals like the telecom companies came in, Nitel died. Nitel went to its rightful place. So when solar begins to take over in the private sector, and the big consumers are on solar, government will follow suit. because it should not be a shame. How many government offices use the United Line now? How many of them? Hardly any. Hardly any. So once the private sector works well, to do it well, they will follow. Government will always follow last. They will always make the noise last. I tell you, all the empowerment programs we do, they fail because they give these boys and girls generators that will require them buying fuel to run. And it's not sustainable. We have said it over and over and over. But because some people are making money from those ones, they don't, in fact, some programs are designed to fail upfront. So, my dear, forget about government in this solar thing. You are your own government. Create your own power. The sunlight is not controlled by government. You have roof over where you stay. So you already have a place you can generate your own power. And imagine if a community that is on this PHCN, power, they all have solar and they drop their wires. Do you think government will wake up or not? Government itself can even create solar power and sell through the PHCN. But instead of using fuel to create power, they cannot use solar to create power and sell energy at cheaper rates.
Okay.
So as we progress, government will be forced to also tap into solar power generation for distribution. They will. And it will happen not less than 5 years. They will begin to create power because I can create my own power cheaply. I don't need public power again. So you as an individual, it's a breakthrough for you. Leave government alone. Let them be doing their own. If you want to go forward, you have to work it out and do your thing. Like for me, every problem you see is an opportunity for us to look for solution and make money. But new billionaires are going to spring up from this power, from this solar power thing.
Yeah.
New mega billionaires. Some power stations will be shut down very soon because of cost of production. New ones will come up that will harness solar, that will harness water and generate affordable power.
Okay.
So that is where we are going to. We are look now. AI. See how AI has come now. Instant research in seconds. In seconds. So power also is transiting. This guy in Africa, I can't remember the name now. The guy does not even use solar. He uses the heat around. He converts the heat around into power. And he's now supplying a whole state in his country.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So it's a very big market.
Okay. Thank you.
Let me ask you, how much do you spend on fuel monthly?
Can I? Weekly go on, do I know? I mean,
good.
It should be above 100.
Is that amount? Now, if a solar company now offers you a plan for 50K monthly for 2 years and it becomes yours and it can carry all your load, will you take it or not?
Why not?
Fine. So that is where we are going to. So from the pain, this pain will produce products. Yes.
It's okay. Now, so I want to get participation on the show, especially those who are into solar business or solar panel making. Okay, I would want to hear from you and also hear how the business is booming or maybe not booming. What are the advantages and what are the disadvantages? What you think about Nigerians using solar? Before I get to open up the studio line, I don't know why solar is that expensive. Maybe that is what is driving people away, right? Don't you think so? Because it's too expensive to install.
The initial cost of acquisition, but there are companies now that have a payment plan that you can spread out. And the level you want also will determine how much it will. There are solars of 50K, 100K, 200K. There are solar of 3 million, depending on what you want.
Okay.
But you can always spread it there. Don't pay for it at once. Pay small, over 2 years, and it's yours, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. Easy. 0700 903 903 903. Or WhatsApp. The WhatsApp portal is open. 0700 903 903 9. Okay? You can either send me a message or call me up. If you're into solar business, or you know someone who is into solar business, or he produces solar panels, maybe you want to talk to us about it. What you think about you or Nigerians powering their business spaces or powering their houses using solar strictly 0700 903 903 903, and of course WhatsApp 0700 903 9039. Or maybe you want to ask my guest a question. Okay, yeah, you're free to do that. You're free to do that too. Just call the studio line 0700 903 903 903. All right, and that's it. So somebody sent a message as regards government. I think this person is directing this to the government. He said, do we have accountable people in Nigeria that can implement changes in the country? Unblemished Nigerians still available to move the country to a better union? If so, where can they be found? Okay, it's okay. Okay. I will take your calls though. I will take your calls, but then let me bring you up to speed a little as regards what's happening. Some business stories. Now, the bottom that usually characterize Yuletide related products and services was sharply absent in most markets as unprecedented low sales caused by decline in purchasing power of consumers dented the hopes of many traders. What am I trying to say? Prices of goods and services have been rising sharply and steadily since June, following the commencement of the President Tinubu's administration with thunderbolt reforms, namely removal of fuel subsidy and unification of the official exchange market, leading to sharp increases in pump price of petrol and depreciation of the naira. Okay, reflecting the upward trend in prices, the headline inflation rate rose to 28.2% in November, the highest since 2005. Whoa! Now, in response to the sharp decline in purchasing power triggered by the trend, we have investigated, and it shows that consumers could not afford more of the food and gift items needed to celebrate the Yuletide season, a development that translated to unprecedented low sales for traders dealing in some certain items. All right, just want you to know that. Now, again, the cash transfer program, which was initiated to cater for the needs of the vulnerable, including persons with persons living with disabilities and senior citizens, is expected to go up the sum of $80 million, according to the National Investment Program, NSIPA. And now, according to the organization, beneficiaries are expected to get 25,000 naira monthly stipend for 3 months, stressing that the agency was targeting 15 million households and so far has continued with over 1,500 beneficiaries. The funds will be generated by the World Bank and under the supervision of NSIPA that will attend to registered participants from the 36 states of the Federation, including Abuja. That's what they said. And finally, let me also bring this to your notice. Yes. Nigeria has lost 289.6 billion naira crude oil revenue in November 2023, following a plunge in the country's oil output last month when compared to what it jumped in the preceding month of October. Now, an analysis of the country's latest crude oil production figures obtained from the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission in Abuja on Sunday yesterday showed that Nigeria produced 41,867,775 million barrels of crude oil, excluding condensates, in October. VOP 90.3 FM. I would open up the studio lines. Oh, our time is fast spent too. Hey, okay, don't worry. Let me see if I can just take one call rather. And but there's something I still want to ask. Studio lines open 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 0700 903 9039. Okay. Someone is here who is asking a question. He said, please, I want to ask your guest. Doctor, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
He said, I want to ask your guest if it is economically advisable to import used solar panels into Nigeria at this point in time. Ostino from Olodia Papa sent in that message. So he wants to know if it is advisable economically to import used solar panels into the country.
It is not. Getting brand new, because the brand new has a minimum lifespan of 15 years. Go for the brand new. It will give you peace of mind, and you can repurpose it because you are sure, and you will get your guarantee and warranty. Because when you are importing solar, the companies will guarantee you that if there is any problem within that time, they will make a replacement.
Okay.
So it is cheaper for you. Don't bring in used solar. You just punish yourself, because the new solar panels are more efficient. They are lighter and they are cheaper. The used ones are the ones that have gone through, that have suffered the pain of the learning curve. So don't bring in used one.
So you wouldn't advise any importer to do that at all?
At all. Don't. In fact, such importer will destroy the market for himself or herself.
Really?
Yes, because by the time you do that, and they begin to malfunction very, very quickly, then the words will go around that this guy product is not doing well.
Okay.
These panels are, your solar is part of your assets. It's what you can resell for good money. Assume you are moving to another place. So see it as buying a brand new car than buying a Tokumbo.
So it means it wears off too. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it does. That's why it have a lifespan. The efficiency depreciates after a very long while, and that's why you need to now do a lot of servicing and and other things. But before you have that, at least minimum is 15 years. You can't use any gen for 15 years that will not even begin to use you. But this one is not so. Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow we'll get to talk about converting a generator, right? Using fuel to what again?
Yes, people convert gen now to gas and CNG. Yes, the compressed natural gas is good. Okay, we'll look at how else people can convert the power source they have now, especially generator, into what to be cheaper and more efficient.
Okay.
So we'll look at that tomorrow.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Andrew Tungbe, for talking to us this morning.
Enjoy your day.
Enjoy your day too. It's time to go. Check your time. It's 10:25 a.m. I'll be here tomorrow for Business Around Town. Like, I'm doing this because a whole lot of persons say we're going into a different year, a new year, and we feel we should assist each other. All right. You actually need to cut cost in your business place. I mean, at home you need to cut cost. In business, you need to cut cost. It's so important. So we'll talk more tomorrow. Then we just get to advise you till we enter the new year. Ikamijude is my name, and I will see you tomorrow by the special grace of God. Until tomorrow, do have fun, and from me to you is Merry Christmas.